Hello, everyone. My name is Lane Carter, and I'm 42 years old. And for the last, I'd say, 15 years, I was extremely overweight. I was at my peak, probably around 380 pounds. Bad knees. I was in the Coast Guard, and I was medically retired from the Coast Guard with bad knees and a bad back. And so from there, I just started gaining weight. Um, 10 pounds here, 5 pounds there, a pound here, a pound there. Before I knew it, I went from my boot camp weight was 205 when I graduated boot camp, 205 pounds. That was in 1995. By 2008, I was probably 250 pounds, 260 pounds. And then as soon as I was medically retired, it just gradually went up from there up to about 380 pounds, where I ended up, I'd say about a year and a half ago. A little over a year ago, I decided that I wanted to start losing some weight. So I started trying to watch my diet, but I wasn't really committed to it. I gave myself some cheat days. I would have, I'd say, hey, every Saturday I'm going to allow myself to have pizza and eat whatever I want, and then I'd pretty much starve myself during the week. Well, eventually I did lose about 10 or 15 pounds, believe it or not, doing that, maybe as much as 20, but um, it would come back. I'd gain 5 pounds, lose 5 pounds, and I still felt like crap, and I just couldn't get below 300 and, you know, 60 pounds. I ended up, or 350 pounds, about 350 pounds is where I'd say I'd peak at, and then I'd go right back up to 360, 370. So one day I had some friends, all within a span of about a month, two or three people that came to me and said, hey, I got this surgery, uh, the sleeve, I think it's called, and you really should try it. And I really considered it, but I wanted to give it one more shot by myself and try and see if maybe just some better discipline um, could help. And I just needed something to push me over the edge and get me started. So went to the doctor one day and was told, hey, you're a pound away from diabetes, and then it's all downhill from there. So it was just a light went off. I don't know what it was, but doctor or she was an LPN, Llama, closest thing to a doctor I guess you can get, um, over at a small Allen's family practice in Ponchatoula, Louisiana, and it just clicked. Something about that day, that visit clicked. So I just decided I was going to change my outlook on everything and start losing weight. So I decided to frame my diet. What was it going to be? What was I all about? And this recurring theme kept coming to mind, and I just kept telling myself, well, the truth is, if you're being honest with yourself, you have to stop eating like an asshole. And that's what I was doing. I was eating like an asshole. So I said, from then on, I'm going to refer to my diet as Stop Eating Like an Asshole, Lane Carter. And that's what I did. I started looking at food as a way to survive and substance rather than an art or something I could, an experience, a hobby. When you're living in Louisiana, it's the food's so good there. It's you can go, you live your whole life there and not try every great restaurant that state has to offer. Um, so I was looking at food like this is, it's an experience, and I want to taste the best food. I don't care if it's fried or whatever. So I just had to change how I looked at food. Um, so I started looking up, hey, what's healthy for you? Um, I didn't seek advice from a doctor, other than just eating, hey, eat healthy, watch what you eat, don't eat a lot of, you know, fatty foods, greasy foods, fried foods, etc. Watch your carbs, monitor your carbs. But we didn't go on any kind of specific diet plan. I just did it myself, and just trying to be honest. I wasn't starving myself. but I did hear that small meals, 6 small meals a day was the way to go. So that's kind of how I started off. I started off with 6 small meals, healthy options, salads, um, grilled foods, grilled fish, grilled chicken, things like that. Cut down the carbs tremendously. And I started thinking, hey, if my 6 small meals can be about the size of my fist, and I have a pretty big sized fist, so that worked for me. But nothing bigger than the size of my fist. And my beautiful wife Teresa, she changed her cooking habits. She used to cook tacos and whatever I wanted, spaghettis and all that, and she changed it up. Started trying to find new cool things that were healthy for us to eat, and things that I just would never eat before, spinach, things like that. Um, I just decided, hey, if I'm not giving a shit about whether it tastes good or not, and just that it's healthy for me, and it gives me subsistence throughout the day, then might as well try all these things that I previously didn't give a shot. So that's what I started doing. So when I started keeping track of my diet, I think I was around 355 pounds. That's when I started. I actually bought a scale and was stepping on the scale. And I was off and running. And again, it just came down to being extremely honest. Um, at the 1 year mark, I started in January, toward the end of January 2016. By the end of January 2017, was 200 and just under 240 pounds. Today, this is I think March 18th. Today I'm 232 pounds, and I'm back in the gym and starting to exercise. Incorporated as I started losing weight, I started incorporating different exercise in there. Started lifting weights. Now I'm back at boxing again. I used to love to box, but it's a brutal workout, it takes a lot, a lot of moving around, hard on the knees, so I couldn't handle it at my heavier weights. But now I can handle it. Now I can get in the boxing gym and go through all the exercises, and I feel like I get a good workout. But the bottom line is not medicines, it's not pills, it's not fancy diet plans, it's not pre-ordered meals. It's being honest with yourself, and just be honest with yourself and stop eating like an asshole. I used to always tell my daughter when she was a kid that, when you've got to decide whether or not you're going to do your homework today, or you're going to, get to school on time, or it all comes down to just being honest with yourself. And but I wasn't preaching. I wasn't practicing what I was preaching. I was lying to myself and telling myself I can have a cheat day, or if I just have one slice of pizza, that's okay. Um, you can do that, but you can almost guarantee that if you start out severely overweight, obese, and you're trying to use these cheat days, and or if you're not. If you have the surgery and you're not fully committed and you haven't changed your outlook on food and life, and you're not being honest with yourself, you'll be right back where you started. I know it. I've been there. I've started diets and thrown in these little cheat days and gave myself exceptions, and I ended up right back where I started. The only thing that helped me lose all that weight and get to where I am now is the stop lying to myself and recognize that I'm the asshole in this equation. It's nobody else's fault. It's my fault, and it's all up here in my head. You just have to buckle down, be self-disciplined, and stop lying to yourself and stop eating like an asshole. So I hope this helps somebody. I'm here to help if anybody needs any guidance on just what I started out with on my diet. You can please contact me and leave me a message on here, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I really do hope this helps. It helped me just tremendously, and I hope it helps you.